Hello, listener. It is I, Montgomery Anthony Darcy, Scientist, the Scientist. And this, right here, is Slightly Stranded. If you were waiting for someone called Slightly Stranded to say hello after that introduction, tough luck. And also, stop being so foolishly foolish. Slightly isn't an actual name of a person. It's simply the name of my podcast. The very podcast you are listening to with your ears right now. Now that confusion is out of the way, let me give you the summary of what's going on here. I've sent my intern, Luke, or Luke Turn, to test my latest invention. The, as of yet untitled, time-space universe jumping device. Technically, it isn't my latest invention. Just yesterday I invented a device that replaces your walls with floors and floors with ceilings, but never floors with walls and only sometimes ceilings with walls. I'm not entirely sure what the point of it is yet, but at least it was invented. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by myself, Luke, or Luke Turn, as I'm certain he likes to be called, was testing the device without even the slightest clue what he was doing. He's managed to land himself in an alternate universe that seems to be overrun by aliens, monsters, and strange men that live in a trio of bunkers. He then decided it'd be a great idea to accidentally lose the very device that can get him home, if he knew how to use it anyway. Luckily for us, the link between the as-of-yet untitled time-space universe jumping device and his podcast recording equipment still remains. Luke Turn has managed to send his latest recording through, so let's have a little listen. With this button, here. Hello everyone, welcome back to whatever this podcast is called, Lost Luke maybe? I'm Luke, and I'm here with Joe, who's currently rambling on about some weird adventure he went on. He's been talking for about 20 minutes straight, so let's have a listen.
You can't, Joe. And that's when I realised that I was obviously in a simulation, and I had to fight my way out of there, and... Hang on, is that red light on? Did you just turn on that mic again?
Yeah.
Roddy hell.
Your story was really interesting, and I thought I should record it, for the podcast thing.
Well, I'm never opening up to you ever again, Roddy hell, using my tragic backstory for entertainment.
No, not for entertainment. This is a serious documentary podcast about your world, so you'll be telling your story for educational purposes.
They do call me Joe the teacher.
Great. So, I don't know if you'd mind, but could you maybe start the story from the beginning, as I did miss a bit before I started recording.
Mr. Bit? Roddy hell. And you call yourself a professional podcaster?
No, I don't.
Only because you haven't met anyone new yet.
I didn't say it when I met you.
Not verbally, but I could tell. I could see it in your eyes. I could see it in your smile.
Hello.
Hello. In my universe, you don't normally say that mid-conversation.
Is it me you're looking for?
No. I'm looking for a place for us to hide for the night.
Oh, I thought you were quoting that song.
What song?
Hello.
You said that?
No.
You did. I heard you.
It's a song.
One word can't be a song.
Well, it has more words in it. You were saying some of them just a moment ago. It's called Hello. It's a pretty well-known song.
Well, maybe in the maybe universe that you come from, but here in my universe, songs got made illegal back in the 18th century.
What? No one has sung a song in over 200 years.
Not legally.
Right.
I wouldn't say it was right. You have to find secluded secret clubs if you want to sing a little tune, or simply listen. They were called sing-easies. But nowadays they're hard to come by.
Oh, with all the aliens and monsters.
I don't think monsters sing that often, Luke.
No, I...
Don't be ridiculous. They do have eyes. How would you know anyway? You haven't seen any land krakens yet.
Yeah, good point. Thanks for keeping us out of their way.
For now. Come on, one of my old hideouts is nearby. We can stay there for the night. So anyway, Joe, could you start from the beginning of your story, please?
No.
No?
No! I'm not gonna repeat it ever again for as long as I live.
Why?
I don't need a reason.
Fine.
Nothing will be fine if we don't find shelter soon, Luke. If we're out here for another 5 minutes, a patrol of land krakens could come bursting out of every nearby door. And even if we make sure not to be near any doors, those things will just bring their own with them, like some sort of door-to-door door salesman. Except they won't be selling doors, no. They'll be selling our lives to the highest bidder, and the highest bidder will be them, because the auction of life is rigged. They'll surround us, call us names for our selection of growls and roars. We won't be able to understand them, not without an alien drone translator. And I never invested in one. Not even when Susan down the road was offering them for $2.99. I told her. I said to Susan, you'll never convince me to buy one of those.
You said 5
even
minutes.
if I might regret it when I'm helping some fool from an alternate universe survive in the harsh world that's become our reality. She said, you'll regret this, Joe. And I said, will you not really listen to me just then, Susan? I just told you I'd regret it. There's no point making this dramatic statement about my future regret. I've already accepted it.
Now.
Susan never spoke to me ever again after that. Not sure why. Anyway, we don't even need to understand the harsh words these land krakens will roar at us. It'll still hurt us to our very core. And we'll know deep down that they have insulted us to the highest degree, that they have managed to nibble at our insecurities and vulnerabilities all in a single roar. I'll be crying. My ruddy tears will have tears, despite me promising never to cry again. I won't be able to help it. Their mean remarks will strike me down and ruddy hurt.
Joe.
But not as much as their sharp fangs and claws and sacred ooze as they slice us in two, as if we were nothing.
Joe.
Ruddy nothing, I tell you. Our only hope is finding shelter, somewhere to hide and keep secret. But where? Where could there possibly be a safe place in these strange times? Where, Luke, where? Ah, here we are, just through here.
Where are we going?
Here we go. Open this door.
Oh, secret door.
Not that secret if you keep declaring it.
Sorry. So, we'll be safe in here?
You will, probably. I best be off.
Wait, you're leaving me?
Yeah, gotta get some food for dinner. As I said, you probably will be safe.
That probably isn't reassuring.
Probably not, but it's the closest thing to reassurance you're gonna get from me. So tough.
Please don't be too long.
I can't do anything about how long I am. This is my height. I was born this way.
Stay safe, Joe. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Well, there goes my only guest. The only person I've met since I got here. This podcast was supposed to be me interviewing people from other universes, times and planets. And now it's just me again. I guess I can update you guys on my adventures so far. Hasn't been too thrilling. We escaped into the night after Joe's bunker got kidnapped, or bunker napped, I guess. Joe's been keeping me safe, which has been great. He's made sure we've been avoiding main roads. I'm not entirely sure where we're heading. Joe's been pretty mysterious as always. But apparently he knows exactly where a stolen bunker would be taken. So that's good. I'm hoping that the universe jumping device thing will be there too, but who knows?
I know.
Hello? Who said that?
I did. I didn't mean to scare you, mate. Okay. Maybe I did. But not as much as that, you panicked peacock.
Sorry, I'm just not used to mysterious voices speaking to me from nowhere. That's all.
Never? You haven't lived, mate. I hear mysterious voices all the time.
Is that not worrying to you?
Nope. Braver than a bumbling badger, me.
Are badgers known for being brave?
My mate Barry is.
So, just the one badger?
Wow. Who clocked and named you king of the badger knowledge?
No one.
Oh, you just claimed the title all on your own, did ya?
I just...
How many badges do you know, Mr. Never Even Heard a Mysterious Voice before?
I don't know any.
So, you don't know any badges on a close, personal level like me and Barry Boy.
I guess not.
I rest my case. Done diddly done. Judge, jury, executioner? Don't need 'em. Case closed. Stand down, everyone.
There's more of you?
Nope. Just messing with you, mate. It's only me. I left the others back home, especially the executioner.
I can't ever tell when people are being serious in this universe.
Don't worry. I did seriously leave the executioner at back home. She's not a puddle of laughs. Not a fun travelling buddy at all. You'd be in trouble for sure. She doesn't like dopey dingoes.
Well, I'm not normally executed after losing an argument, especially not one about badges being brave or not.
I can tell. You wouldn't last 10 seconds back home.
And where's home? Mysterious voice?
Chickenville.
Chickenville.
Yeah, home of the chickens.
Wait, so you're a talking chicken? Somewhere?
What do you think?
I don't know. I can't see you.
Oh, yeah. Am I over here? Over here?
I can hear the
Over here?
footsteps.
Or over here?
Look, can you just reveal yourself, please?
That's a bit forward, mate.
No, I mean, I just don't like not seeing who I'm talking to, that's all.
I wanted to keep you spooked for a little longer.
Please don't.
Okie dokie, mate. Time for my big reveal. You ready?
Yep.
You steady?
Yes.
You willing to pay a small chicken reveal fee?
Yep. Wait, what?
Too late. Gotta take your first answer. Prepare to meet me! Ta-da!
Did the cloak make that sound?
I said, ta-da! It's me, Clucky.
Sorry, Clucky the chicken.
Hey, I don't call you Dum-Dum the human.
Sorry. It's Luke, actually. Nice to meet you, Clucky.
Pleasure for you, I'm sure, mate.
Yeah. So, you were invisible.
Yeah, it's easy with an invisible cloak.
You have an invisible cloak?
Yeah, that's what I just said. Keep up.
No, I mean, how?
My own design.
You invented it.
Well, the distraction technique I used to steal it off some scientist was my design.
Right. So, how did you go about that?
Well, I'll tell you. But it'll cost you an additional Clucky's ultimate distraction technique fee. And you haven't paid the last one yet, you gated sheep.
I don't actually have any money on me. But my friend Joe will be back soon, hopefully. He can pay you.
Was that the angry looking fella that I saw do a backflip onto a building?
Yeah, wait, he did that?
Yeah, nearly kicked me in the beak in the process. That's happened a few times because of the invisible cloak.
How tall was the building?
At least 43 chickens high.
43? That guy is a mystery.
So is my distraction technique. And my fee is doubled if I have to wait for this Joe fella to return.
Sure, no problem.
Right. So the inventor was this alien guy, or she might have been human. She definitely had either tentacles or fingers instead of claws. I was focused on the cloak. Anyway, I got my mate Jeremy to help me out. See, he was sleeping on top of this bucket. I woke him up and he was clucking crazy. Chased after me and I led him right to the inventor lady. I was clucking away about how my life was in danger, right? This chick be crazy. I'm 3 days from retirement and all that. And guess what happens? Inventor lady stands between me and Jeremy and chops his head off.
What, really?
I know. Wasn't really part of the plan, but I was sure Jeremy would manage. He didn't use his head much anyway.
He survived?
Yeah, for at least a few hours. Anyway, I got into character. I pretended to be this meek old chicken. I'd been practicing my crying on cue and everything. She feels bad for me and lets me stay at hers whilst I calm down. We get talking, open up to one another, and before she knows it, she's calling me her best friend.
I'm not sure if this is a distraction technique. Is it not just you manipulating your friends?
Nope, friendship's just the prequel to enemyship. Might as well make the most of it.
Okay.
So I hung out with her for about a month or two.
You spent a month
Or two.
a month or two with this person and you don't even know if she was a human or alien.
Don't judge me. I was in the zone. The stealing zone. I had to stay focused the entire time, like some sort of scheming seahorse.
Does he... Nope, I'm just not gonna ask.
So, after I gained a trust, I started burying the beads of uncertainty.
Sowing the seeds of doubt.
What do?
Oh, it's just how we say burying the beads where I'm from?
Did I ask?
No, I guess not. Sorry?
I charge extra for interruptions, by the way, so...
Are you waiting for me to interrupt just to charge me again?
Nope, but now that you mention it...
I haven't even got a price for anything yet.
We can figure that out later.
Joe's gonna kill me.
So, once I'd gained her trust, I started telling her about this surfeit of sneaky skunks who've been plotting to steal her favourite cloak.
Ah, the invisible one.
Nope, clearly you have much to learn. It's a distraction, you dummy. What good would making her even more suspicious of the invisible cloak be stolen? Huh? I'm waiting for your answer.
So she gives the invisible cloak to you to protect because she trusts you.
Nope, that's a stupid plan. Too simple. You need plans to be elaborate and exciting.
Oh, okay.
There wasn't actually any skunks around wanting to steal our cloaks, so first I had to infiltrate the clatter of cosplaying cats and convince them that pretending to be skunks was the cool new trend.
Right.
Then I had to convince a second scientist that cosplaying cats have the best cloaks. That scientist then stole some cloaks from the clatter of cosplaying cats, who then, thanks to a certain chicken, that's me, Clucky, believed that it was the first scientist instead that stole from them. Bingo, bongo, dongo. Perfect distraction sorted.
I guess it makes sense.
With my new scientist friend distracted by ordinary cloak thieves, her invisible cloak was left unguarded. My time to shine. I clucked on in there, slipped it on, and vanished.
Great.
So, you just follow these simple steps, and you too can create a Clucky's ultimate distraction.
But this distraction technique of yours, it's very specific to just one scenario.
So?
Meaning it's a little useless to me, right?
I never said it would be useful technique.
True, I guess not.
Now, how else can I be of help?
Well, actually, earlier, you said before that you know where my universe jumping device was?
Your what, my bob?
Universe jumping device? You said, I know, when I was talking about it.
Nope. Wasn't paying attention to what you were saying. I only listened when I realized you were talking to an empty room expecting it to answer to you.
Oh, I was talking to my listeners, or listener, probably.
Do you always talk to yourself?
I only started recently.
You did seem as crazy as a loopy lettuce.
Thanks. So, when you said I know to me before, you didn't actually know anything.
Nope. I just couldn't let the opportunity slip by.
What opportunity?
To declare something dramatic just at the right moment. It's on my Clucket list.
What's the Clucket list?
It's a list. You're not the sharpest farmer in the field, are you?
Well, I knew that part.
You mean you've never heard of a Clucket list? Everyone's heard of a Clucket list.
Not me.
Well, a Clucket list is when you say, oh, Clucket, let's just do all these things I want to do in my life before it's too late.
Ah, so like a bucket list.
A what-de-do?
It's a list.
Hey, don't go stealing my sass, you cheeky cabbage.
Sorry, it's a list that you make before you kick the bucket.
We don't kick buckets from where I'm from. One of the biggest signs of disrespect a chicken can make.
Really?
Well, only when a chicken is sleeping on the bucket. Like poor Jeremy. Rip.
Right, kicking the bucket is more of a saying where I'm from. It's a list of things that you want to do before you die.
Sounds like you just took my list, changed the name to something silly, and claimed it was new.
Not stealing, honest. I'm just, I'm from another universe, so things are a little different there.
Have you been hit on the head by a bucket? Is that why you're acting like a big old dum-dum?
So, you have an invisibility cloak, but you won't accept that I'm from another universe.
Hey, you believe whatever you want to believe, buddy.
So, what else is on your Clucket list?
I have the list right here in my invisible cloak pocket. Did you see where I dropped the cloak during my big reveal?
No.
Cluck it. Help me find it.
Throw it over here, or... I think we're going to take a short break here, so stay tuned everyone. Thanks for listening.
Well, I say, this alternate universe gets more and more interesting by the second. Talking animals? Maybe I should get myself one. They can sort through the countless electronic messages I've been hopefully getting since I told everyone my email in the first episode. They'd be working inside and would turn my workload around. I'd call them my intern. Yes, perfect. I'll get working on that right away. Well, not right away, as I'm still technically doing a podcast right now. Hello everyone, waiting for me to play the second half of the episode. How's it going? Don't answer that. This isn't live. Well, I guess you could send me an email about it on madscience-related-science@gmail.com, but I don't want to know how things are going. Ask me some questions or something. I don't know. What do other podcasts get people to do? Let me know. Anyway, it's time for a word from our sponsor. And I still don't have one. Apparently, this podcast didn't become an overnight instant success, as I had planned. But never mind, I probably have another invention I could flog, or some sort of idea. Yes, this will probably do. Some idiot will buy this one for sure. Yes, listener, have you ever wondered where your missing sock went? That one that should be with your other sock but isn't? Well, I found out where they go. I set up CCTV and watched them. I followed one particular missing sock all the way to a secret society. It was a cult. All the socks were there. My socks, your socks, some other guy's socks. They were all chanting some sort of sockish language, all whilst dancing as well as a single sock could dance, which isn't very well. They didn't see me spying on them, and I escaped and vowed never to return again. But if you are brave enough or foolish enough to venture into their lair yourself, I have the perfect product for you. A map to the sock coat lair. That's it. I only have the one though, so it will go to the highest bidder. Anyway, let's get back to Luke's adventures. This button.
Okay, this thing's back on. Hello listeners, and welcome back to Lost Luke with me, Luke. I hope Mad also went with this title, otherwise I'm gonna keep looking like a complete idiot.
You already do, talking to yourself like that.
Oh, sorry, I should have explained earlier, Clucky, but I'm actually a professional podcaster.
A hoobie-doo?
A podcaster. It's kind of like radio, but anyone can make one. Absolutely anyone. I'm recording for my boss, who sent me here to...
I didn't ask for your entire life story.
Guess not, sorry.
Have you been recording our entire conversation?
Well, not the hour we spent fumbling around for your cloak. I paused for that bit.
Oh, but I said some really great stuff.
Yeah, you did. So that's why I thought maybe you'd make a great guest for the show.
I would. For a small Clucky guest star fee.
Sure.
Well, introduce me then, you awkward antelope.
Well, technically we're in the second part of the episode, so it's a little late for that.
Hey diddly hey, is this how you treat all your guests?
Well, you're only my second one.
Probably the last at this rate, mate.
Fine. Sorry. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm joined by a floating head of a chicken. Well, not really, it's an ordinary chicken. Well, not an ordinary chicken, as they can talk. I'm joined by Clucky, the talking chicken, that also has an invisible cloak. Welcome.
Wow, what a fantastic introduction that was. And you say you're a professional.
Well, attempted professional.
Attempted bumbling buffalo, more like.
I'd say that was a bit harsh, but I don't really understand your weird sayings, so...
I was wrong. Not attempting at all. Just succeeding.
Great. Anyway, moving on. So before the break, you mentioned you had a Clucket list?
Sure did. I can read a few of them if you like.
Yeah, please do.
Number 1 was make a Clucket list. Tick that one off straight away. That's how good I am.
Great.
Number 2 was complete everything on the Clucket list. Still haven't finished that one yet, annoyingly. Should have put that one last, really, because now it just mocks me every time I go to read this list.
Right. Anything not Clucket list related, on the Clucket list?
Of course. Number 7 is appear on some sort of audio-only based form of entertainment. Another disappointing goal of mine, as I don't see that ever happening.
You're on an audio-only based format of entertainment. My podcast. Right now. You can tick it off.
I wrote down form of entertainment.
Well, I'm sure my family will humour me and pretend it's entertaining if they listen to this. If they even know this is happening. Anyway, I'm hoping people will find it interesting, at least. It is a very serious documentary series I'm making here.
I'm not convinced, mate.
Fair enough. You consider yourself entertaining, right?
Does a dancing doggo consider itself delicious?
I don't know.
The answer was yes, mate. Of course I'm entertaining.
Well then, with you as a guest, this podcast is a form of entertainment. Kind of.
Bit of a stretch.
So, what else is on the list?
Well, there's skydive with springs attached to the bottom of my claws to see how far I bounce. That's number 9.
Sounds exciting. And deadly.
Number 3 is to tick number 4 off my Clucket list.
And what's number 4?
To tick number 3 off my Clucket list.
Is that not a paradox?
A Huma box?
Never mind. Moving on.
Number 10 is to open 2 restaurants and turn them into bitter rivals of one another. Number 9 is to have someone realise that I've repeated numbers on this list.
Ah. Don't look at me.
You conniving caterpillar.
Right, so what's something on your list that you really want to tick off?
Number 20. Find my long-lost stolen egg. My unborn child.
Really?
Yep. Should have put that one as number 1, honestly. It's my entire life purpose.
Yeah, that's horrible. How long have they been missing?
About the length of time it takes for a chicken to steal an invisible cloak.
I feel like maybe there's a lesson here.
The Clucky's ultimate distraction technique.
No, not that.
Well, then you lost me.
And you lost your egg.
Harsh. But yes. I've been searching the world high and low. Mostly low, being a chicken and all. For that eggy boy.
So that's your quest?
Sure is. Even if it takes me 1 billion years, I'm going to find them.
Yeah, good luck with that. I hope you're reunited soon. Do you have any clues? Any leads?
Well, I had hired a private detective, but he refused to tell me anything. So I hired an open detective instead. They're a lot less private about what they find out. And managed to get me the location of an underground egg racing club.
You think your egg's being used in races?
My open detective claims that he's one of the top racers there.
The egg itself is a racer?
It's not that tricky to follow, mate. You're slower than a...
Snail?
When has there ever been a slow snail?
I thought at least some things might be similar in this universe, but the more I learn about it, the stranger it gets.
Nothing stranger than a slow snail, I'll tell you that for free.
Thanks. I'm already pretty concerned about how much I'm going to owe you by the end of this podcast.
You sure this mate of yours can pay?
Yes? Maybe?
I need to call my executioner buddy.
No, that's not necessary.
Fun though.
I thought you said she wasn't a puddle of laughs.
I say a lot of things.
Look, let's not go calling up killer chickens just yet. Maybe there's another way I can repay you. Maybe I can help you find your egg.
I already know where he is. He's at the underground egg racing place. Near here too.
Well, maybe I could go with you, help you scout the place out.
I've already got an invisible cloak, mate. What use would a professional pod person be?
It's a podcaster. But never mind. I could create a distraction. I just learnt from the best of the best.
That's true. I am pretty great. Probably the best teacher out there.
The best teacher out there? Ruddy hell. Who's this clown? Joe, you're back. What about my ruddy back? Has it been sliced in two by a sacred-oo? No, Oh, good. I just meant that you've returned, Joe. I said I would, so I did. End of story. And as I was saying, who's this clown?
Who are you calling a clown, you bewildered bumblebee?
Bewildered bumblebee? I've never been more insulted by a floating chicken head in my entire life. Have you been insulted much before by floating chicken heads? At least 5 times. And never once has it been an original insult. Just mean.
5 times clearly wasn't enough to teach you a lesson, was it, mate?
I ain't your ruddy mate.
Well, I sure as chicken salad ain't your buddy, pal.
Please, can we just not argue like this? Think of the podcast. No. So, why were you, chicken, claiming to be the best ruddy teacher out there? Don't you know that they call me Joe the teacher?
Never heard of you.
Ruddy hell! Joe, there can be more than one teacher. Surely someone taught you something at some point. Never. Not even when... No. Now, let's just move on abruptly. But, hey, I found us some grub for dinner. Didn't plan for a floating chicken head to be joining us though. Insults and all. Not a floating head. She's actually just a chicken. with an invisible cloak?
Just a chicken.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like... You'll have to excuse Luke. He's ruddy rude to all his guests. Not intentionally. Led a bunch of monsters to my home on his first ever episode. Again, not intentionally.
You both seem as bad as each other. Almost like you're the same person.
I think we all just got off on the wrong foot, that's all.
True Cluckin' right. Let
me just introduce you both. Clucky, this is Joe. Joe, this is Clucky. Van, it's an average amount of emotion to meet you, Clucky.
I guess it's okay to meet you too.
There we go. All slightly more friendly. Good, great. So, what did you bring for dinner, Joe? Eggs. Joe! Get over here. Don't drag me. Was this some sort of private conversation?
Joe, eggs. That's probably incredibly offensive to chickens.
Exactly.
This is no time for puns.
I'm sure they won't ruddy mind. It's not like I'm eating a long-lost egg or something, is it?
Oh no. Let me see those eggs, Joe.
Here you go. Clucky?
Yep. Done with your private conversation?
Is this your egg?
My egg! Maggie boy! After all this time, I'm so happy. Please, give him to me.
Of course. Right away.
Stop clucking around and hand me my baby.
Well, they're invisible, your wings. I don't know where to...
I'll catch him, just place him down here.
Okay, fine. Here we go. No!
Maggie boy!
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. We can... Clucky. Clucky?
Fooled you again, you gullible giraffe.
What? Can't you tell the difference between a chicken egg and a land kraken egg? Clearly not. Ruddy hell.
Clucking dum-dum.
So, just to be clear, it really isn't the egg you're looking for?
Nope. I'd be able to tell if it was him.
And you don't mind us eating these?
Wouldn't even mind if they were chicken eggs. I'm totally a cannibal.
Okay, moving on. Are monster or land kraken eggs even safe to eat, Joe? Probably not, but it's all you're gonna get. Great. I wouldn't call the risk of death by egg great, Luke.
I know, I wasn't saying... Never mind.
I know you didn't say never mind. You said great, which was pretty stupid.
Let's just cook those eggs.
Well, first there's a little something about my fees.
Fees? Ruddy hell, Luke. Don't you know that chickens are notorious con artists?
Yeah, I kind of learned that along the way.
He agreed, Joe. Said you'd be willing to pay any amount. Didn't even ask me how much. So if you could just hand me a blank check, that'd be fine and dandy-do.
Luke, is this true?
Technically, yes.
What did you buy?
Advice, mostly.
Ruddy hell. That's the most expensive ruddy thing you could ruddy get from a ruddy chicken. I can't afford that. I'm gonna have the chicken executioner on my tail for the rest of my life, thanks to you.
Oh, she's very good. You won't have to live long till she finds you.
Oh, that's good. I don't like waiting.
Joe, you can't just give up and let a chicken hire another chicken to kill you.
I fail to see any other option, Luke. Thanks to your apparent advice-buying addiction.
We were coming up with a compromise, before you arrived.
Oh yeah, Luke here's claiming he could help me with my mission.
I don't think Luke and help go together. He's been pretty useless so far for me.
Figured. I didn't really need any help anyway, but I'm pretty set. Ready, steady, eggy.
But the distraction I mentioned, and you don't have hands, so maybe we could carry the egg for you or something?
You'd probably drop it and smash my boy.
Not intentionally.
He most certainly would.
You drop one egg one time and you get labelled an egg dropper.
A potential chicken child killer too.
That's a little dark. Let's not go that far, Joe. I only dropped an egg.
Feel like you might be able to help though, Joe. I haven't had a partner in crime since Jeremy. Rip. Would be good to team up with someone again.
I don't know. I've got my bunker to find.
Joe!
The Underground Egg Racing Club isn't far from here. Help me find my egg and we'll consider the debt paid. Done diddly done. Not a penny to pay to old Clucky.
His sighs go on for a while.
Fine. The things you wrote me into, Luke.
Great. That's sorted then. And a nice hook for episode 3 as well. Get people coming back. Maybe. If anyone's even listening.
So, Clucky, did he claim to be a professional podcaster?
It was the first thing he said to me.
No, it was.
No, it wasn't. I was just, explaining what I was doing, that's all.
I bet he sounded like a rat, Bumpus Pomegranate.
He did.
Well, it's good to see you two getting along at least. Can we just, eat up, get some rest, and we can help Clucky find her egg?
He has a name, It's Eggy Boy.
Sorry, we can help you find Eggy Boy in the morning.
Fine. Now turn that ruddy microphone off, will you? I'm not having you turn this into a food-munching ASMR show.
You have ASMR, but not podcasts and songs.
I said enough.
Okay, we'll stop. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thank you, Clucky, for being a guest.
Not a problem at all, mate.
Oh, I see how it is.
And thank you, Joe, for also being here.
You're welcome.
Tune in next time. Bye.
Bye.
The transmission ends there. Strange. At the exact same moment that he said bye and ended the podcast. Coincidence? Maybe. Intentional? Possibly. But still, very strange. Very strange indeed. Even stranger, I haven't had a single email over at madscience-related-science@gmail.com. Except for a few from Luke's family asking if I've seen him, but it isn't important right now. I'm sure people will send me all sorts of funny emails now that I've brought it up repeatedly and been blatantly obvious that I want some interaction with listeners. Oh, hi listeners. Didn't see you there. Listening to this pre-recorded audio podcast. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Luke didn't die this episode either, so we're on a roll. Maybe next time, given that he's about to attempt to break into a secret society of egg racers, whatever that is. What a strange world that alternate universe is. The latest print from the credit creation machine has been printed. See, I was jealous about how all the other cool podcasters have cool credits where they introduce people and say that they played characters and all that stuff. But what am I gonna say? Oh, this episode involved a talking chicken? That won't do it all. So, I got the credit creation machine to come up with some silly names. So, here we go. Here are my professional credits. Luke was played by Luke Aykroyd. Joe was played by Jeremy Bing Bong III. Clucky the Chicken was played by George Cucumberson. The theme music was composed by George Locke. Find more of his content over at GeorgeCMusic. Additional music was sourced from incompetech.com. Sound effects sourced by freesfx.com and zapsplat.com. Wow, that all sounded very professional. Now people will think that this is a real podcast and not just a serious documentary about alternate universes. So, that's all for now. Bye!